So the Fair Agency was brought to our attention by Matt Gollop, who sits on the board. He's a client of ours with his recruitment business, but when I probed a bit further in asking what they wanted support on, it was a no-brainer for us, because what they do is essentially take people out of modern day slavery, and then basically what they're trying to do is eradicate the need, if that's what you want to say, for the gangsters and just really the horrible people globally that are exploiting young people and old people by forcing them into situations whereby they are essentially slaves.
So just introduce yourself, who are you, what are you to the Fair Employment Agency?
So Fair Employment Agency is a non-profit domestic worker agency here in Hong Kong. We place domestic workers with employers, and the way we do this, and that's very different from what other agencies do, is that we do this ethically. Normally, workers, in order to get a job, are charged a fee that they need to pay up front. And so in order to do that, they have to take huge loans. So at Fair Employment Agency, we don't charge workers any fees, and at the same time, this also benefits employers who actually get a domestic worker who's a good match for their family.
I'm Matt Gollop. I'm Managing Director of Connected Group. One of the elements of what we do is we have a social purpose to support the not-for-profit community in Hong Kong, which is where this kind of crossover relationship has developed between Odro and the Fair Employment Agency. I was asked to join the board of Fair Employment to help them develop their mission as part of the Fair Employment Foundation to solve a lot of the issues associated with migrant workers coming into Hong Kong.
So what is Fair Employment Agency's approach to interviewing the candidates, and how does that differ from what's happening currently?
Matching employers and workers is not only about skills and previous experience, it's also about personality and attitude. We try to understand, on the one hand, what their needs are and what the sort of job description is going to be, but also what is their management style, what's the culture of their home.
Domestic workers are much more limited about managing their own time. Some of those workers will be overseas, moving them to Hong Kong. Some will be in Hong Kong working for families, and their only day off is Sunday usually.
I actually couldn't believe what it was like on a Sunday.
Yeah.
With thousands of domestic helpers just sitting on boxes in groups. I've never seen anything like it. So how does Odro's platform and the functionality actually help support the Fair Employment Agency's mission?
Initially for us, the way that we've been using it is really to increase the reach that we have to domestic workers and employers.
So hence I came knocking on your door and said, how about we use your great product to do some social good?
So Odro is really helping us interview domestic workers in different parts of Hong Kong, but also in the Philippines.
Often they live in remote locations, or they're tied into employment contracts that are restrictive and make it difficult for them to come and meet an agency. So Odro resolves those issues. It breaks down the barriers,
which is increasing the opportunities for workers and employers to meet.
The availability of the platform to quickly and simply make that connection will save workers falling into significant debt, being locked into contracts that they can't escape from. The ability for the candidate just to click a link and jump onto an interview with one of our consultants has changed the game.
But looking to the future, I think Odro will really just become key in the way that we recruit domestic workers and make the matches for their employers.